APC's national chairman may now heave a sigh of relief as following a vote of confidence passed on his leadership by the party's stakeholders forum. Correspondent Habidat Lawal reports.
Without giving us any explanation.
This support for Adams OSHIMHOLE is coming in the face of calls for the sack of the national chairman of the governing All Progressives Congress Party. This group says those calling for his removal do not appreciate how the party have been managed and the successes achieved under OSHIMHOLE's leadership.
That the party should pass a vote of confidence.
The group led by Aliyu Yusuf says all patriotic party members should throw their weight behind the chairman and stand against external influences seeking to destabilize the party.
By some elements in the APC within those states, i.e. Bauchi, Adamawa, the anti-party action and decisions of those party members cannot be blamed on the chairman, who as an individual did not have the power to stop those unfortunate intrigues. We call on those singing OSHIMHOLE must go to present the replacement they have in mind, and let us review his character and compare his strength to that of the incumbent. Blackmail and baseless accusations alone cannot be the sole reason we all join the bandwagon of an ill-thought and anti-OSHIMHOLE campaign.
But when you settle a quarrel, some people submit.
Those calling for the party chairman's sack claim he is responsible for the party's recent misfortunes, especially the Supreme Court sacking of the APC governorship candidate in Zamfara and Bayelsa State.
NWC, to think that you could pauper them and not to be able to contribute meaningfully. Adams OSHIMHOLE cannot and does not run the party as a one-man show. There are various NWC members who makes their contribution adequately when it's needed. As you can see, that has contributed to the well-being and up and doing of the party.
Have some misconduct that be demonstrating that OSHIMHOLE should go. Let me tell you, it's not done that way. This man, he wants to do party discipline, party supremacy, like those ones we have in Second Republic. That's what OSHIMHOLE is doing. And some things, it's not a business as usual. Nobody can deny the fact the man has been performing excellently well in this party, and we are solidly behind him.
Recently, there have been protests by different groups calling for the removal of the party chairman, but it seems not everyone wants Adams OSHIMHOLE out after all. There have been calls in recent times for the removal of some leaders of the APC, but the national chairman, Adams OSHIMHOLE, has reacted saying the call for his removal is mischievous. Habidat Lawal, TVC News, Abuja.
Well, now a member of the All Progressives Congress, David ATAI, joins me now to share his thoughts on this unfolding developments concerning APC's national chairman. Good to have you on the news this time. So what's your reaction to this issue?
All right, first of all, my name is Daniel ATAI, not David ATAI, please.
Apologies.
I would react this way. The call for the National Party chairman to resign is uncalled for. And I think that is the mischievous act of some persons within the party. For instance, you can't blame the National Party chairman for the failures in various states. If it's in the case of BAYELSA, we all know that, of course, it is the duty of the National Working Committee actually to screen candidates for election. But that duty was transferred to the party in the state. So if OSHIMHOLE as a national body cannot be everywhere, so that is why we have state party chairman and zonal senatorial district party chairman to conduct. The person of OSHIMHOLE is a gift to the APC, if I must say. And if we make any mistake, people are already saying that without Buhari and without the likes of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there won't be APC. And this is a comrade that have won election twice as a governor, and not only that as a governor, when he was even a union leader, all his lifestyles and elections were all won by him. And OSHIMHOLE is not a defeatist, and he's not somebody that accepts defeat because he always wins. For the party to have that tenacity beyond 2023, Adams Oshiomhole is one good national comrade with that pedigree and capacity to lead the APC.
Right, but I'm sorry for interrupting you here, Daniel, but how likely do you think this support he is getting will keep him much longer as the party's national chairman, especially as there had been concerns that his leadership has seen APC losing Bayelsa, Rivers, and of course Zamfara in court judgments? How do you see this?
Don't forget that I repeat again that the burden of the conduct of screening at the state level is not to be blamed on Oshiomhole. Besides, when you say Oshiomhole is losing some state, did he actually win in the first instance? He won this same Bayelsa we are talking about. The game play in Bayelsa now is a game of witch hunt and blackmail. You could also hear where Falana was criticizing the judgment of the Supreme Court for lacking jurisdiction in the case that is not a post-election case. So, if you say that Adams Oshiomhole is now losing ground, what would you say about Adams Oshiomhole, who won many states for APC in the previous elections? You understand? He won most of the state, and even the election that we are trying to hang him now, that some quarters are trying to hang him now, he won that same election in Bayelsa. He also won the same in Kogi State. So, Oshiomhole is not outrightly to be blamed. The only blame that we will be blaming Oshiomhole in the long run is if he loses his state again in Edo, which he never lost.
All right, but you know, there is this concern that the party isn't united under his leadership. How do you think the party members can be together as one entity under the leadership of Adams Oshiomhole now that they are divided, that they do not want him any longer?
No, we want Oshiomhole. Do not say we don't want Oshiomhole any longer. At the party disparity and intra-party politics that is being played, is not as if there is disunity. Even PDP at one time had that same problem. There is no party whatsoever that is built across the nation that wouldn't have intra-party issues. And these issues will squarely be dealt with. I think Oshiomhole, the only advice I will advise the party and Oshiomhole, the party, the president who is somebody that was elected on the platform of the party under Oshiomhole should also give Oshiomhole the necessary support and give the various state chairpersons the necessary support if the party wants to make headway. But to throw the blame on Oshiomhole that he's causing disunity, no. As regard Edo, which is his state, we do know that yes, he has to calm down a bit and draw his son closer. It's a matter of son to father, and that issue is supposed to be internal issue that could be resolved, and not issues for the oppositions or people who are scheming Oshiomhole's downfall to begin to blow the trumpet. Oshiomhole has no equal right now across party lines.
And that's a fine place
of repute, and
to
he
leave
always
it.
wins.
Daniel ATAI, a member of the APC, thanks a lot.